Hello everyone and welcome once again to Prime Time. I'm your host Beverly. In studio today we have a dancer, performer and an educator. She's been on our program before where she had many dreams and aspirations, and she's back now to share the exciting life that she's living now. So stay tuned and we'll be right back, for this is Prime Time.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're covered when your house gets flooded, getting your settlements quickly and fairly when a fire hits your home, and making sure your business can keep going even after an accident happens on site. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right, get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah, right. Accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
As I mentioned in my opening, we have a very talented young lady. She's a dancer, a performer, and an educator. And now she is taking that talent on a cruise ship with the Princess Cruises. So we'd like to welcome Natorii Illidge to our program again. She was here about a year ago saying the thing that because she'd stopped teaching and she wanted to pursue her dreams. So thank you so much for joining us. When I saw you and I spoke to her, I heard about the exciting things that you've been doing. So I said, no, we got to bring Natorii on to get another update. So how are things been going?
Things been going great. I'm now finally seeing my dreams coming in tune, and so I'm very happy of last year making the decision to travel to Holland instead of back to New York to continue auditioning. It was a very risky step. I was quite afraid in the beginning because I'd never been to Europe before, but I felt like this was a time for me to try a new path to see where it's going to take me with my career. So I've been in Holland from July until November, and during that time I've been auditioning a lot, and I had a little side job as well for a little stability. And by my third audition, I've auditioned for Princess Cruise Lines, which was very successful. And by November, I started my contract with Princess Cruise Lines, so I was flown from Holland to LA at the end of November to start a 6-week rehearsal, and the great journey began from there.
So take us back a little bit to Holland, and you said you were auditioning in a number of places. Was it theaters, dance companies, and how did you find yourself getting these auditions organized?
So I had a few friends in Holland that got me into, okay, you have to join this group, this Facebook group, this website, in order to see what auditions I can take. So I've been sending like a lot of dance reels, a lot of resumes out there, and I've done a few commercial auditions. So that's like more of urban styles for concerts, and for even I auditioned for the MTV Awards show for the, in Europe. I've also auditioned for I auditioned for actually 2 cruise ships, and I auditioned for another contract that would have been in Qatar for 6 months, and it's a lot of jazz and a lot so on. And that one went really well, but they said that they were looking for singer-dancers. They had their female dancers casted already, and they would keep me in mind for future contracts. So it was an amazing experience just auditioning out there, because I've discovered a lot more about myself. And
what are the expectations out there?
Oh, the expectations are beyond my expectations, because I was not really exposed to Europe, the dance life in Europe, and so I was so happy that I've made that decision to see dance in a different realm, how the industry works up there, and it's amazing.
Is it very different from New York?
It's a little bit different, but the competition is up there
Just
still.
as tight.
We just haven't been, St. Martin haven't really, the Caribbean haven't been exposed to that industry up there really. We've more with New York, LA, what's on TV. But Europe has a lot going on, especially London as well. And that's like the next step I would like to take as
Right.
well.
So tell us how you got to do this audition for Princess Cruise Line. Did you go online and see where they were auditioning for people?
Yes, I saw on Facebook just a post from the casting director that they'll be auditioning in Paris. So then I'm like, oh no, when are they going to audition in Holland? So I sent my resume and dance reel to him.
Right.
And then he responded and said, hey, I invite you to an audition next month in Holland and such and such. And from then I was like, wow, okay, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
And that's where the breakthrough was.
The breakthrough was there. End of September is when I auditioned for them, and within 2 weeks I got the email that I'm offered a triple contract with Princess Cruise Line.
Right. So for the benefit of our viewers and for me too, what does a triple contract mean? What does it entail?
A triple contract means about every 6 months or 5 to 6 months you'll be on a different ship. So I've been on the Grand Princess,
Yes.
and now after my 2-month break, I'll be on the Golden Princess, a whole different itinerary, and then a month break, and then the last 5 months will be on another ship with a different itinerary.
And so it means that every time you change ships, is that new dances, not new moves?
Well, we are doing the same shows, but on the Grand Princess, we learned one extra show, one other production show for the Golden Princess, because that ship has a lot more shows, because the itineraries are actually quite long. Like our first itinerary is going to be 30 days. 30 days on the ship, yeah.
So you'll be out, but you'll be in port back and forth.
It's back and forth, but I wouldn't be back on port in the next 30 days.
So,
really long.
right. So how are you coping with that? Because that's pretty long to be on the sea.
Yes. My very first itinerary when we embarked the Grand Princess was 15 days.
So that was out of LA?
Out of San Francisco. That was our home port. And we have been at sea for 4 days, and that's when I was adjusting the whole new ship life, because it's totally different than being on land. Everything is different. So it was a lot of training, a lot of safety training that I had to do. And also the first 2 days was an adjustment of trying to not get seasick.
With the movement of the ship.
Yes, because the sea in the Pacific is quite rough at times. And it was, they always say that the journey to Hawaii is a little bit rough. So it started a little bit rough for me, but I adjusted sooner or later. And it's been fine. The rocking doesn't bother me anymore. Only when I sleep, I'm trying to sleep in.
Oh my God, that rocking, I tell you. Okay, we'll take a break, and then we come back. We'll talk about we talk about in depth about the adjustment.
Right.
Because now you're on land, you go home after. Now you're on sea, you are with these people 24/7. How do you adjust, and how did you have to adjust with the different personalities, the different dance styles? You from the Caribbean, how did that go? So we'll take a break, and then we come back with Natorii, as we said, dancer, performer, and educator. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in a moment.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Within your reach.
At Travel Planners, we love what we do. Every day we help our clients plan their vacations, from honeymoons to family reunions, trade shows to conventions, school trips to sports tournaments. Our agents at Travel Planners can help you make better, wiser decisions on travel destinations and cruises, and find you the lowest fares. Make some memories with help from Travel Planners in Phillipsburg and on the Airport Road, Simpson Bay. Visit our website at Planners SXM and like us on Facebook at St. Martin Travel Planners. We take care of all your travel needs.
A cruise is a great adventure, not only for passengers, also for us. The Port of St. Martin. Our port always reflected the needs and aspirations of the time. From the first to the 1.75 millionth passenger in 2013. Our cruise story started in 1963 with our first cruise passenger. 50 great years later, 20 million passengers later, thousands of cruise berths later, we've become the leading port in the Caribbean. 50 fantastic years. Like a dream. The dream of Port St. Martin lives on and reinvents itself every day. The best is yet to come.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is Prime Time and I'm talking to Natorii Illidge. She was here about a year and some ago. She embarked on her journey to Holland, where she has achieved quite a bit. She's now working on the Princess Cruises, and that took her to Australia and to Hawaii and so on. So how was the adjustment from, as I mentioned in my break, that you were living, you're working and you're going home. Now you're doing everything on the ship. How was the adjustment with that?
It took time, to be honest. It took about a month for me to adjust because we have duties. Well, not really that much. It's just, when we have to go up to eat and it's different times and we have also drills that we have to do. And we live in a small cabin, sharing with one mate, which is not bad at all because of my New York experience. Right. Sharing a small room as well. With the cast, most of them are from England. There's one from Argentina. The singers are from Vegas and New York.
That kind of a style.
Yes. And there's only one dancer from Idaho in America. And in terms of like interest and like the different styles that I love to do other than theater and jazz, that was a little difficult. There's just one dancer who's interested in commercial styles, and one of these contracts we will try to collab and stuff. But so other than that, they are a wonderful cast.
How did you fit in with your Caribbean blood?
They really love me actually. In the beginning, they find that I'm quite entertaining, and they just sit and watch me do my thing when I'm freestyling and stuff. Because that's another difference. They don't really freestyle as much because they're so structured with following, learning choreography and doing shows. Because there are a lot of dancers on this contract that have done ship contracts for like over a decade, 8 years, and traveled the world. So they are so accustomed of that lifestyle, and so so
that took some adjusting.
It took some adjusting, but at the end I have some few very good friends that I really adore,
and give support and so,
them.
which is important.
Yes. Exactly.
Any cattiness?
Cattiness?
Dancing too nicely, showing us up with our conservative moves.
A little bit.
A little jealousy here and there.
Well, sometimes I feel like there is, but afterwards not really. So we don't know.
You kind of just brush it off.
Yeah,
and move
exactly.
on. You got something to do.
Right.
So how challenging was it to learn the different dance moves, because you have so many different shows and pieces that you have to do?
Yes, so to get into that, because we've learned about 4 huge production shows, and there were a lot of little shows that we have to learn as well. So one show is like Motown kind of music, right? And then another show is very sophisticated 60s style, and we do like a little ballroom mambo, which was a challenge for me, and I love it. Yeah. And there's another one that is called British Invasion, so it's an old rock kind of
classic kind of something,
rock classic music that we do, and we have to wear wigs and do rock and roll kind of choreography, which is really fun. And the biggest show is called Born to Dance, that I was specifically casted for, and that show is basically a celebration of the musicals in America. And that
So did you you had a solo part in that?
I had a duet in it and a featured solo part in that, which I'm very honored doing, especially that it's my very first ship contract.
Wow. So Natorii, most important for dancers and performers, how do you make sure that you stay healthy and not injured?
Okay, good question. The first itinerary, when we embarked the ship, each of us had to take a flu shot. And also, like the sanitary on the ship they're really on point with that. So we have stewards that clean our rooms every single day and change our towels every single day. And the water is always warm and such and such. In terms of while we're performing, we always have a bucket of ice at the side of the stage just in case any minor injuries occur. And unfortunately, on this first contract, there were a lot of injuries that occurred.
Like falls and things?
Yes, and two dancers actually had to go home. And so we had to get a replacement, and they were males, and we have 4 male dancers. So when 2 were down, they had to definitely get at least one replacement dancer. And so we had a lot of extra rehearsals on this contract because one girl also hurt her ankle, and there was a point where my knees started to hurt because it's quite an adjustment performing in heels all the time on a moving ship. So sometimes it get a little tiring for my knees and even my ankle, and I would maybe ask if I can perform in flats or can I sit out for rehearsal so I can ice my knee. So we really have to look out for that. Usually we're always advised to ice our joints that give us little issues every time at the end of our shows, at the end of our show nights, because we do perform our shows twice or 3 times in one night.
In one evening, huh? Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on your body?
It took a toll on my body when we had a lot of rehearsals because we didn't have much rest time. Certain itineraries, we didn't have enough rest. And because how injuries were occurring back to back, it's a little on the mind too, like we're a little scared.
Right. They don't want it to happen to you too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow. And so, what about costuming?
Costumes.
You said when you first started, they had to measure everybody and remake and refit.
So, the costumes on the ship are always there. So, when we embarked the ship, there were seamstresses that were embarked as well. And during the 2 cruises, we were doing a lot of costume fitting. So, a lot of rehearsals were happening where we do a lot of costume runs and readjust every time. And us dancers have to take care of our own costumes.
So the sewing and whatever.
We have to make sure stitch our holes, make sure the tacks are in place, the buttons are secured, and our last cruise before we disembark, when our contract ends, we have to take care of cleaning our costumes and repairing our costumes for the new cast to come in.
Okay, we'll take a break and then we'll come back. Much more on Prime Time. The Daily Herald is my first source for up-to-date information and news. Putting together this program of Prime Time requires research and knowledge of current events. For local news, regional and international news, do read the Daily Herald.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Wow, you are really leading an interesting life. Don't forget to like us and to subscribe on Facebook and on YouTube. And so you're going to be all over the world with this. And so you are on a break now, a month and a couple of weeks.
2 months, yes.
Right, so you're on 2 months. And what's next?
What's next?
Yes, are you going back?
So yes, so
you're finishing your 3-part contract.
So yes, my first contract is finished and I have 2 more contracts.
All right.
And after that, I'm not that sure if I would like to continue with ship contracts. If I discontinue, I would like to see what more I can venture off in London.
Yeah.
In England, because my ultimate aim was to go back to New York and be on Broadway.
Right.
But ever since I've been exposed to the dance life in Europe, I'm eager to see how far I can go. And there's so many opportunities there. The level of dancing is so high, and I would love to continue challenging myself and broaden in my dance career in Europe or in England. And I do also looking into getting my master's in education.
You still want to do that, huh?
Yes, I still want to do that. That's my ultimate
right
goal. Right.
So would you be a little hesitant to stop the ship and not sure what you're going to get after? But anyway, you've been taking chances,
right?
And doors have been opening, and
right.
So you will continue in that vein. So
yes.
What do you say, advice to a young artist out there aspiring to make dance as their chosen profession?
Right. Keep a very open mind and know who you are. Always don't forget who you are and be comfortable in your own skin, because the competition is way so high and you can always get discouraged, especially in auditions. Auditions made me become a much stronger person, a much stronger being, and I've become much more clear with, there's much more clarity to my purpose of what I would like to do in life.
Yeah.
And I will always advise them to hold their vision and always trust wherever they're going, trust the process. It might not go exactly how you would like it to go, but as long as you keep that faith, as long as you keep that focus and that drive and that discipline, you'll make it, you'll get there. And so always...
how did you learn to take, I'm curious to know, how did you learn to take rejections? Because you're in rejection city.
Yes. I always give my best. There was actually this one audition, and I did have a few rejections, but this one audition, I felt like I didn't give my best. And when I was rejected, I felt so bad. Yeah. And it's because I didn't feel like I did my very best. As long as I do my best, and I always say, if it's yours, it will occur, it will happen.
Right.
And so I keep that faith with me, and that's what keeps me going. So even if this is not your moment, there is one
moment
coming for you. Just keep going.
And so, what would be your dream come true? Is that going back to London, you said?
A dream come true. A dream come true would be achieving as much as I can in my dance career in order to give back and share that experience with the young generation. And when I get my master's and I'm in the office trying to make a difference with education, I have that to also share as well, to show them that it is possible to achieve whatever you believe in.
Any time for personal life?
Personal life?
Yes. Dating, not possible on the ship.
Not
Maybe you could
really.
see one of those handsome passengers.
I'm so driven, on the ship life, there's a lot of social time, and my cast members do socialize a lot, but I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym working out or working on choreography, because that's something I like to do as well, to do some YouTube videos to get myself out there, to keep marketing myself. I still have that drive to do other things with dance while I'm on a ship contract. So that my social life is very small.
Yeah.
And it's okay because I'm doing what I love.
Right.
And I'm very happy.
You have a focus and you have a goal.
Yes.
And so what you're doing for the 2 months that you're home?
I'm trying to figure it out day by day. There's things occurring. There's a dance recital that's coming up that I'm a part of a little bit. And I would love to do some workshops as well, because since I started my brand in Europe with soca, dancehall, Afro style, I would like to share that in St. Martin as well. So maybe later on in the summer, I get that going as well.
Yeah. Okay, so what could we say? We wish you all the best. It's not about luck, it's about talent and drive, and you have that. So I know that you're on the right path. And so come back again when you finished the cruises and cruising around. Come back and share with us your next step on your journey.
Of course. Yes,
This has been Prime Time. Thank you so much, Natorii, for joining us on the program, and we wish you all the best. May God bless you, keep you safe and well and healthy.
Thank you very much, Beverly.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. I'll see you next week, and may God bless you.